and you don't seem to understand. A shame you seemed an honest man.
Hello, my name is Hannah, and this is another Yooper camp host travel vlog. So I accepted a camp host position, so I work at a campground, live in my van, and it's really a lot of fun. At the time of doing this voiceover though, I am no longer in the UP. I have so many videos backlogged that I'm going to try to get out and post it ASAP. Let's jump in.
This is the fit check. What is the fit to check?
This long plaid skirt I thrifted. This upcycled top from the vintage store I used to work at. This is a mesh top. I think it's from like Forever 21. I've had it forever. Safety pin hair clip. AliExpress. And oh yeah, got the Jaden Maxes, got the Docs on. Earrings, also AliExpress. That's it. That's the fit.
No necklace today, guys.
Nope, because I got the turtleneck.
Because we got the turtleneck. This is me, Slipknot shirt, thrifted. Possum hat, 1 of 1. Shout out Ellie Monster. Cardigan, 1 of 1.
Thrifted.
2 favorite colors, thrifted. Diesel jeans, soiled from outside work. Adidas pants, white on, or Adidas shoes, white on, white on, white on, white.
Yep.
Diesel jeans. Belt from my previous stepdad. Got the bag. Inside the bag we got.
This isn't a what's in my bag. We always have 2 days off in a row, and sometimes we'll go somewhere for those 2 days, but we just stayed in town today and it was a rainy day, so we went bowling. I got some overpriced cheese curds, and then we went thrifting. I hadn't been to the thrift stores at this point, so we checked out Pack Rats, and I got this awesome punch card for when I shopped there. And then we went to the antique mall, which is my favorite because the whole upstairs has like this amazing vintage collection. And I actually found a Moschino scarf here for like $8. Crazy. And then the next day, it was absolutely beautiful. So we went to Presque Isle, which is my favorite park in Marquette. So gorgeous. And then we wrapped up the day with espresso martinis because it's officially fall, and who doesn't love an espresso martini in the fall? Caleb doesn't drink though, so he's got hot chocolate. And I wanted to try affogato. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I was like, oh, that sounds good, like an espresso shot over ice cream. And then we were just eating like melted ice cream with a spoon. So I don't think I was eating this right, or maybe I was. I don't know. But it was delicious still, so who cares? So way back when we first arrived in Marquette, we found out there was this paranormal investigation tour you could do in the Marquette Lighthouse. And unfortunately, for the weekend that we had shown up and learned about it, it was full. But they were having one last one late September. So we decided to sign up for that well in advance, and it finally rolled around. And it was so awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it was very corny. But just to be able to actually go up into the light itself and walk around the inside of the lighthouse was so cool. And who doesn't love a good ghost story? Like, come on. And it was like a dark, cloudy evening, too. Like, it was fun. It's entertaining, if anything. And then actually, Caleb's dad came up all the way from Missouri and kind of dropped in for a weekend. So we took him to Harbor Park and showed him the ore dock at night. And we made like a whole little plan for while he was up there with us. We basically tried to do like a speed run of the highlights of Marquette for when Caleb's dad was visiting us. So of course we took him up Sugarloaf Mountain, and it was like this rare Indian summer weekend while he was here, which was kind of awesome because it had been so cold, and now all of a sudden it's like record-breaking temps since we've been here. It got up to like 80 degrees, and it had been like so cold the week before. Amazing weather to go outside and do stuff. Unfortunately, the trees had not started to turn at all yet, but it's okay. It was still a beautiful, gorgeous view up there. And then another day, we packed up and we took him to Presque Isle. Again, our favorite park in Marquette. Beautiful weather to go to Presque Isle again. And of course, Josh has to pass the Yooper initiation, or the Marquette, I guess, initiation of jumping off black rocks into Lake Superior. So Caleb showed him how it's done. I never got my Black Rocks card, but I sat there and sipped on my Coke Zero because we were waiting a little bit.
A few moments later. 2 hours later. 3 hours later. 2,000 years later.
Woo! I'm so sad I don't have like any clips of Caleb's dad's last evening with us, but we just had a chill cookout and bonfire back at the campsite before he hit the road again. I guess I was too in the moment to film, but it's super cool that he came out and saw us. It was a great time. You know, like always seeing a familiar face is really cool when you're so far away. And then a couple days later, after he left, we went to Pictured Rocks in Munising and did the sunset cruise for the Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. And this is something that was on my bucket list for the UP since before even arriving. It was so awesome. Right here is Miner's Castle, and we got to see all the sea caves, and with the sun going down, the reds and like the rust colors of the cliffs, oh my gosh, they were popping. Like the camera does not do it justice. It was absolutely awesome. And just to be on a boat for 2 hours and like drinking a beer with the sunset, it's like it doesn't matter what you're doing, like that's just a vibe. And I always thought I wanted to do the kayak adventure, but it was so expensive. I'm glad we chose to do this. And then we stayed at the KOA that night. Every Tuesday night when Only Murders in the Building comes out, I drink wine and we make spaghetti. Usually we didn't have spaghetti stuff, so we made broccoli Alfredo this night and we watched outside by the fire. It was awesome. Following weekend was Harvest Fest at our campground, which is like our park's big event of the year. And it was so much fun. Me and Caleb dressed as Jason and a camp counselor for Crystal Lake because when in Rome. And then also that weekend we did Dead River Falls, which is a really beautiful waterfall hike in Marquette. I love this hike so much. We also hiked to Pinnacle Falls for the first time, and this was also like our first time off-roading on the bike because you have to take this really long dirt sand path until you get to the trailhead, and then it's a really steep trailhead down, but there's like no one there, and it became my favorite waterfall hike in the UP that we ever did. So awesome and peaceful there. But yeah, this is really all I have for this vlog. This is me at Squaw Beach, which is like the Lake Superior beach access by our campground. Yeah, I'm really going to try to hustle and bustle out the rest of these vlogs because I'm in San Diego now and I have so much road trip content I want to film, and also like wrapping up like my UP content and getting all that posted. Yeah, I've just been like on the move, driving like hours and hours and hours every day and always hanging out with someone, so it's kind of hard to like sit down and do a voiceover. But yes, I'm going to be trying to post like just a ton of videos at one time and get them all done. So thank you for watching this, and I will see you in the next one.
All the fears you hold up there will turn to